he does this thing where he like will like woof on set. 15-year-old me would be like, hell no, you're not. No, he's the worst.
Bella, congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, seen the first episode, and it is exactly what you want from a new series. So huge congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
Ellie's journey in the second game becomes a lot darker, and she's a lot angrier compared to what she's like in the first installment. So from your perspective, I'd love to know, how does playing Ellie in season 2 compare to playing Ellie in season 1?
You're right that she's a lot angrier. I think she's tougher in a lot of ways and maybe more broken in others. I think there's a lot of trauma, and we're picking her up 5 years later, and I think over those 5 years sort of a lot has happened, and she's grown up and sort of understanding more about sort of the world that she's in, and she's living in a community for the first time in Jackson. I think that brings its own challenges for her especially. So yeah, it's I was really happy to get to come back and like play her again and find all these new layers and stuff.
Following up on this, as Ellie's character's journey has changed from season 1, I'd love to know, how has your own personal journey changed since the start of the show?
It's changed a lot. I feel like I really grew up during the first season, and then again the second season. And also with everything that comes along with it, like having to do press and travel around and get on flights on my own and stuff. Like me at 15, seeing that I'm like now just getting a flight, like a 14-hour flight from freaking Australia to like LA on my own. 15-year-old me would be like, hell no, you're not. So it's really cool to sort of have got more confidence and sort of less anxious, I guess, in a way, as I've grown up with the show. It's sort of forced me out of my comfort zone in a really good way.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so lovely to hear.
Thanks.
I went on a flight to Spain last week, and I was so anxious all the way through it. So
flying is, I think the more you do it, it's scary business.
So a huge part of Ellie's journey is that she learns how to survive the events of The Last of Us from Joel.
Yep.
And I was wondering, what's the main thing you've learned from working so closely with Pedro?
I've learned, a lot from him. Just from like being around him. He's so funny, and well, he's really forced me to like learn how to stop laughing when I'm in the fits of giggles, and with him on set, he's so bad. He like will make me laugh so much.
Really?
He always says that I make him laugh. It's the other way around. Or maybe I will just start laughing. But anyway, he's very like a generous performer, and sort of just a very like generous with his energy. So that's something that I've sort of picked up from him.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Does he just like chuck you a look when it's time to not laugh anymore?
No. He's the worst. Like, we've sort of developed our methods to stop laughing, but it's tough.
And sticking with the Pedro theme, without giving too much away, Joel and Ellie get off to a bit of a rocky start in season 2. And because you're both so close, I was wondering, what is the one thing you love about working with Pedro?
My favourite thing about working with Pedro is he does this thing where he like will like woof on set. When it's too silent, he'll go like, oh, he'll like howl like a wolf. Such a random little bit of trivia for you there. But he'll do that, and it's just like the funniest thing. Also though, his laugh when he like wheezes, it's hysterical to me. But his little woof or like wolf howl is pretty hysterical. That's probably my favourite thing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
There you go.
I don't care if it's easier, it's not fair. And by the way, you know I'm the one we should be least worried about when it comes to infected.
Hey, no. You swore. We don't talk about that.
The whole franchise of The Last of Us, whether the show or the game, it's beloved all over the world. And I was wondering, where has been like the weirdest or the most surprising place that you've been recognised?
Well, the first place I ever got recognised was in the toilets at St Pancras train station.
You don't want that.
You don't want that, but it was the first time, and I was like, wow, this is so surreal.
The first time?
First time I ever got recognised for Game of Thrones, yeah.
Wow.
St Pancras train station toilets. I was like, wow. And the lady who recognised me, she was like, are you from the TV? I'm like, yeah, I think so, if you're like thinking of the right thing and the right person. So that was probably the first and the strangest.
That's wild.
Yeah.
There should be like a blue plaque
Yes, on St Pancras. Yes.
In the toilets.
This is where Bella Ramsey first got recognised. No one would care. No one would care. A few niche people would care.
That lady would care.
She would
She'd be all over it.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've been so excited to meet you.
Oh.